And to speak with us about the conflict in Israel, we have Program Director and Associate Professor of Middle Eastern Studies at the University of Houston, Dr. Emran El-Badawi. Doctor, thank you for being with us and making time this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
Let's begin here with what happened and why, your perspective.
So, of course, on October 7, that's on Saturday, in commemoration or following almost 50 years since the Yom Kippur War of 1973, the Hamas on the side of Gaza, they, of course, are described as a terrorist organization. They see themselves as freedom fighters, but fighting on behalf of Palestinians. They, of course, breached the barrier. It's not a border, but it is a barrier between them and the state of Israel. And, of course, entered the state of Israel and obviously attacked and killed many, both military personnel as well as civilians, and took others hostage. And, of course, in retaliation, very quickly, of course, the state of Israel has started a very, very wide-scale bombing campaign all across Gaza and has leveled a number of buildings, flattened, city blocks. And flattening, of course, that's, of course, a term that that is used quite nonchalantly about killing both civilians and Hamas targets within Israel. So that's going on now, and the specter of it spiraling out of control is quite real and rather frightening.
Absolutely. And Doctor, what role do foreign actors play in this conflict?
Well, the reality is, in the Middle East, everybody has a bone to pick, and the United States, of course, is clearly, of course, with the media coverage that we have here and elsewhere, it fully backs Israel. It funds its military sort of industrial complex, including the Iron Dome, which is famously sort of funded by billions of dollars coming from our government. And Hamas is famously bankrolled by Iran. And of course, you have other actors within the region who basically take sides. And what I was going to say, of course, it's important, and it's rather unprecedented in a series of things that are unprecedented. The Arab Gulf states, of course, are in this process of normalizing relationships with the state of Israel after, for decades, being on the side of with other Arabs against Israel. So that is now also under threat after the latest attack. And, just given how unprecedented the violence is and the fact that it's across both sides of the border and not just one.
In your view, Doctor, are there prospective solutions here?
There are solutions, and solutions need to come from a place of transparency and critiquing power and wanting to do the right thing. And I must say, as I teach my students, even, powerful governments and corporations and deep pockets don't typically want to do the right thing. They want power. But, long story short, ending the siege in Gaza, which has been under siege since 2006, is a must. And prosecuting all perpetrators according to uniform standards of international law can be something that, that's a commitment that we make. And then finally, of course, the long-term solution is ending the occupation of the Gaza, East Jerusalem, and West Bank and Golan Heights, which are all, of course, in violation of international law. This is a solvable solution. Palestinians and Israelis can live side by side. I completely reject the narrative that they can't. The problem is that we have powerful interests that are warmongering, and we need to side with the former and not the latter.
Dr. Emran El-Badawi with the University of Houston, thank you so much for your time and your perspective this afternoon.
Thank you.